Hello, welcome to Fresh 5's, a series of podcasts relating to IT in the fresh food sector. I've had 40 years in ERP, writing it, delivering it, supporting it, selling it. I've been at LINKFRESH now for 2 or 3 years, and what I have learned is that ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, for the fresh sector is totally different. One of the major differences is the highly variable raw materials that you experience in the fresh ERP marketplace. In traditional ERP systems, you order 10 arrive, you put them into stock, you ship them, all's good. In the fresh marketplace, you order a ton of potatoes, and a ton of potatoes will arrive covered in mud. So the first thing we have to do is wash them. Someone has to pay for the wash cost. Who's going to cover that? Having washed them, you have to grade them to assess what is good and can go to the supermarkets, what's average and can go for chips, and what is poor and has to go to soup making. So, having graded our products and established what's gone to the supermarket, the chip maker or the soups, we have to decide how much we're going to pay to whom. This is called a grower return, or sometimes it's called a liquidation. And it's quite complex, because when that truckload of potatoes arrived, it didn't just come from one farm, it actually came from 3 farms. This is called pooling. Indeed, it's more complex than that, because whilst it's made up of maybe 3 farms, each farm could have multiple owners, equity share. You could have a number of brothers and sisters who own a stake in each farm. How much are we paying to them? It is a very complex area, and standard ERP will get nowhere near this. And this gives you an opportunity as a fresh produce company to rate your growers based on their performance. The next key area to consider is traceability. The complex processing of the highly variable raw materials, managing traceability is absolutely key. In one of the subsequent podcasts, we're going to cover the issue of quality, which in the fresh food marketplace is very difficult and quite unique. In today's litigious world, food safety is paramount. And for you, the only way to protect yourselves is rigorous processes and technology. The next area to consider is timeliness. Traditional ERP systems work by week numbers and day numbers. In the fresh produce industry, you need real time all the time. This means we're always moving towards a delivery deadline. We don't have time for batch updates. The systems need to operate and must operate in real time. The next element to consider is third-party products. Products that you stock, process, operate on in the normal way, yet you don't own. The next area to consider is instability of supply. One of your growers suffers a disaster, a flood. You need to be able to find an alternative grower supplying the same product with the same accreditation. The complexities of grower returns, liquidations, traceabilities are way beyond what a normal ERP system can do. I think, quite frankly, standard ERP doesn't stand a hope. Thanks for watching this episode. There's plenty more to come. Please watch our series of podcasts.